seen the sign, still cross the line. This life will throw curves and sliders. In times of trouble, we struggle, but the beast inside you must come out, or it's famine. System set up to damage you. Unless you work around the scandalous and mismanagement, I ran with it. I became more than I was supposed to, but wouldn't listen to the voices of oppressors who try to keep a brother down. Nah, I ain't having that. I'm after that cabbage black. I felt more than I succeeded at. Life lessons had a brother stressing. Nearly died at my adolescence, but I kept stepping and I kept repping black unity. Never forgot where I came from. I'm on some generational wealth. It takes one to change one. So I'm here to give you game if you game, son. Cause it's game on. It's the same song. If you ain't grinding, you won't last long. You know the story, man. I can't find a job, it's because the man. I never let another man hold me. My pops told me, son, be the best at anything you do, protect that. Your family first, your project, I keep you out the projects. My pops' logic, but I hear him though. Now my kids got the blueprint to prove it. Maneuvering around the bullshit. That could be you too, we do this. Just believe in yourself, till wealth comes, no Gucci belt. Let's invest in self, let's digest hate, turn it to power. No protesting, that was last year. We ain't asking, fuck your stimulus, fuck your vaccine. I'm a black king, not only for blacks though. This is for those that feel left behind, can't find steps to climb. Let me testify, we got fish to fry. We don't wish to die, man. Turn the anger to love. Stop begging these fools, just take it and run. On, son. We had a dream, then we woke up. We focused. Take notice. We own it till we own it. Yeah. That's right. Stand up. Let's ride. Love.
What's up, what's up, what's up? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome to the crazy mind of yours truly. And to prove that I'm off just a little bit, I got a joke. Y'all ready for the joke for tonight? It's a goodie. All right. A bus full of nuns falls off a cliff and they all die. They arrive at the gates of heaven and they meet St. Peter. St. Peter says to them, sisters, welcome to heaven. In a moment, I will let you all through the pearly gates. But before I do that, I have to ask each one of you a single question. So I'm going to need you to form a single file line. And they do so. St. Peter turns to the first nun in the line and he says, sister, have you ever touched a penis? Sister responds, well, there was this one time that I kind of sort of touched one with the tip of my pinky finger. St. Peter says, all right, sister, now dip the tip of your pinky finger in the holy water and you may be admitted. And she did so. St. Peter now turns to the second nun and says, sister, have you ever touched a penis? Well, there was this one time that I held one in my hand for a moment. All right, sister, now just go wash your hands in the holy water and you may be admitted, and she does so. Now at this, there was a noise. There was a jostling in the line, and it seems like one of the nuns is trying to cut in front of the other one. St. Peter says, nuns, Sister Susan, what is this? There's no rush. Sister Susan responds, well, if I'm gonna have to gargle this shit, I'd rather do it before Sister Mary sticks her ass in it. I thought that was funny. How y'all doing tonight? It's Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is time to wake your ass up. How y'all doing, man? Listen, tonight's all about money, revenue, ducats, guap, dinero. Yes, y'all, hard, cold cash, and lots of it. And we're going to be talking about multiple revenue streams. Tonight, we preaching the blueprint. Listen, everybody that knows me and why I started this show is because we need the blueprint. This is for us oppressed people, not just talking about black folks. Remember what I said, it's not about race. It's about rich and it's about poor. And we have always been, generation after generation, made to believe that we can't do something. You can, oh, you can, but there is a blueprint to it. And tonight we're gonna talk about one of the things that's super important, and that's multiple revenue streams. So we're gonna check that out. Now, creating multiple income streams allows a person to diversify the various cash flow sources that are coming in. In the event that one dries up, then there's other sources of income to lessen the loss. Whoever knew that hustler when you was coming up, that one person that sold everything, that's multiple revenue streams. And we're going to be talking about different forms and different ideas, but some of you guys don't know of how many different ideas or ways that you can make some money. And we're going to teach y'all tonight. So, the average millionaire, and check this shit out, this shit is big. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. That's what they call the sweet spot. 7 sources of income. Shit, some of us can't even think of 7 different ways to make some money. That's not why we're not millionaires, but guess what? We can. So now you got a bar. Now you don't have to start with 7, but you definitely have to start with more than 1, okay? Especially if you're working, let's say you're working 1 full-time job. You work your job for 8 hours. You sleep for 8 hours. That's 16 hours. That's 24 hours in a day. What you gonna do with the other 8 hours? And some of y'all might say, well, I gotta come home, I got kids, I'm a single mother, I'm a single father. I gotta come home, I gotta get them ready for bed, I gotta do all this. Okay, great. So what you gonna do when it's time for them to go to bed at 9 o'clock? What you gonna do with those 2, 3, 4 hours that you still have before you have to go to sleep? See, don't make excuses. Because the people that's out here really getting it, they're not making excuses. You have to take full advantage of every hour that you have in the fucking day. Every hour. No excuses. Because we're going to get financially free. So here's some things that you can do to create some multiple revenue stream. Now, the first one is probably the biggest one. And I know y'all can guess that shit. Internet-based income. Internet, that's the new wave. Well, it's been the wave for a while. Internet-based income can get you guys all the money that you need. If your little kid came up to you and say, Daddy, Mama, I want to be an influencer. 5 years ago, you might have told them that they crazy and they need to go figure something real out, like being a doctor or a lawyer. Don't you realize there's influencers out here on the internet making $1 million fucking dollars a year? $1 million. YouTubers out here playing fucking video games or making money. Why did I bring that up? Because the internet is something easy. Once you get those kids put to sleep, do some fucking research on all the different ways that you can get money out here on the internet. And I'm not just talking about OnlyFans, all right? I'm talking about some real good passive income that you can get and you can keep your drawers on. There's lots of money out there that you can make. All right, now, affiliate programs, if you have enough followers. Now, the way the affiliate program works, let's say you have a website and you're already doing something that's internet-based. Well, if you do an affiliate program, you know those little pop-up and shit? Companies will pay you to put their shit on your website, and every time somebody buys something from you or from that link, you'll get money. See, it doesn't matter how much you get in. Let's say you make $100 a week. That's $400 a month. That's almost $5,000 a year in extra income. And just making a little bit of money. Now you get 4, 5, 6 of those revenue streams coming in, I guarantee you your money's gonna be right. All right? Here's another one. A second fucking job. Second and third job. Listen, when I was young, when I was coming up, I had 1, 2, 3 fucking jobs. Now, I went out and spent the money on liquor and weed and women. I didn't know what to do with the money, but I had different income streams coming in when I was young. There's nothing wrong with a second and third job. That one fucking job's not enough. And we're about to get into I'm about to show you here some percentages that will tell you that it is mathematically impossible for you to get ahead in life financially with one job. You can't do it. Beauty supplies. All right. I see a lot of you women out here buying these eyelashes and shit and these weaves and shit. Instead of just buying some eyelashes for yourself, why don't you buy a pack of them bitches and sell them? That way your eyelashes are free and you making a little bit of money on some eyelashes. It don't matter what it is. Capitalize off of it. There's all kind of wholesale everything that you can buy. Like right now, you know, I'm doing the clothes. I'm doing the lingerie. I'm doing the urban wear and different shit like that. I learned just in the past couple of years that you can make 100, 200% profit on the things you get just by buying wholesale. You just gotta do some fucking research. If you got a computer and you have Wi-Fi in your shit, internet, there's all kind of ways for you to make money. There is no excuse. 20 years ago, you shouldn't have an excuse then, but it's a lot easier now than it was 20 years ago. Right now, you can get money from everywhere. What about side jobs? Handyman. My nephew makes $400 a month. He ain't number 16. $400 a month, and he works 4 days a month. So that's one fucking day a week. He works maybe 2 hours that one day. So he's working a total of 8 hours in a month. And he's making $400 at 16. Go buy you a fucking pressure washer for $150 and go out here and pressure wash somebody's shit on the weekends or when you off. It's all about bringing in some extra money. That's the blueprint. That's what they don't want you to know. You know why? Because they want you to work in a fucking factory all your life. That's what they want. They want you to work out in the fucking fields. They want you to work at fucking Walmart. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with working. But understand, if you're doing something that's mathematically impossible for you to get ahead, then it's not right. But that's what they want, because rich people need poor people. Don't you get it? Rich people need poor people, because them rich motherfuckers ain't gonna go pick those strawberries. They're not gonna go work in the Walmart. They need you to do it, okay? So while you working at Walmart, which is nothing wrong with that, but while you working with Walmart, you got few hours a day to do something else, to create other income streams. A millionaire has 7. Start with 3. Start with 3. You got your main income, and then start with 2 other things, that ways that you can make yourself some income. The list goes on, but you know what I'm saying. Let's say that you're working one job and you lose it. Without any other income coming in, it's gonna put you in a jam. How many of y'all car broke down and y'all fucked? Y'all can't even fix the shit. You got the car sitting out in your fucking driveway. Why? Because you're not set up for any kind of big purchases. Why? Because you don't have multiple revenue streams coming in. And without those multiple revenue streams, you can't prepare yourself for when the shit hits you. Now couples, you got couples out here staying together that don't even fucking like each other. They staying together because they can't afford to leave. Now, what kind of life is that? You sitting up with a motherfucker miserable, you looking at him and shit, you all miserable with him. You can't leave because you can't afford to. Be smart, y'all. Be smart. Don't make no excuses. This is what they want. They want you to think that you can't. They want you to think you can't. They prepare us to think that we're not smart enough to be rich. I'm not smart enough to be a fucking rocket science, but I know I'm fucking smart enough to be rich. I don't buy into that shit. I don't buy into that oppressed shit no more. And neither should you. Okay? Don't let somebody tell you that you can't do some shit, because you can. You just gotta be smart, and you gotta follow the fucking blueprint. Now, what you do when you get home from your job, how do you spend your time? You spend all day working for somebody else's vision, then you come home and do nothing about yours. Why? Because you're tired? Okay, you got time to rest when you fucking old and your 401k done kicked in and shit. That's when you got time to rest. And I'm not even one of these kind of people to tell you need to stay up all night. I enjoy my rest. I don't get 8 hours. I get a good 5, but you got to get rest. But it's what you do with the rest of those fucking hours. What are you doing with them? If you really sit back and think about all the bullshit you spend at 7-Eleven every fucking day, getting cigarettes, getting yourself a beer, getting yourself all this bullshit, and put that money in the bank, take advantage of all your downtime that you have that you ain't doing shit, fucking binge watching Netflix and shit. Netflix ain't gonna pay you to watch that shit. If you got time to watch 4 fucking episodes of some fucking show that's on, then you got time to do some research on the internet and learn how to make another stream of income. There's no excuse, but you got to get out there and do it. You got to get up and you got to get motivated, all right? Now, hustling is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week occupation. And speaking of hustling, my next guest is a longtime friend of mine. He's a hustler in the true sense of the word. Now listen, this part of the show is for adults only. So if you're under 18, you need to put on your earmuffs take your ass to bed because you got to go to school in the morning. Because this brother's funny and he has zero filter. And, you know, I don't care. I don't have no filter no way. But this brother, I think you're gonna like him. I had the pleasure to sit down with this brother last week, and I'm so happy to bring him to the show. So here's just a little bit of glimpse of how our show went. Willie D Simpson, y'all. This segment is sponsored to you by Bidware Inc., as business is business, and also by Nustra Rain Lingerie. You know how I get down. Since we're talking about multiple revenue streams, I think it is extremely important to have his brother on because he's been hustling for years. I mean for years, y'all. And he still ain't getting old and he's still getting money. So coming to the show, I'd like to introduce to y'all Willie D Simpson. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Let's go.
Yes, yes.
What's going on, LA Love?
What up, baby?
What's going on? How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. Listen, I ain't seen you in a long time, man. Things done changed. My shit fell out.
Man, you know, I'm still pimping over here with these curls. These curls ain't going nowhere.
I see, brother. I see, man. Listen, you know I got my little show thing I'm doing, man. It's called Wake Your Ass Up. Basically, what I'm trying to do, man, is just, you know, preach to the kids, man, and try to get them up on some game. Give them some free game, you know what I'm saying? What you smoking?
But the game ain't free.
But the game ain't free?
Oh, nah, the game ain't free. You know, I'm smoking a little bit of reefers.
Oh,
you know, smoking a little bit of reefers.
That's all right, man. It's a podcast, so it don't make no different shit. I don't have enough fans to go on TV, so you can smoke whatever you want to smoke. Shit.
All right, all right.
Hey, man. Well, listen, man. Look, like I said, I appreciate you coming, and I was telling the listeners, and you're one of the biggest hustlers that I know, and I had to have you on the show, man. So thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? I like them glasses, man. Shit. Them Elvis's?
Yeah. These are new Willie D's. You know, these are Willie D 83s.
Willie 83. All right, but listen, you already know how we get down, man. Like I said, I done lost my Jerry curl, but I still got the pimp in me. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Well, listen, they say you own a few. I know. Now, listen, I know you can't talk about all your hustle, but man, what's some of the names of some of your companies, man? Because you got multiple revenue streams. You got money coming in from everywhere, man. So talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, you know, I got my own activator out there. You know what I'm saying? It's called Willie D Shine Activator. We've been having that out since 82, 83. You know what I'm saying? We still going strong with my own curl activator. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then on top, I started got my beard dye company coming out. So we're going to be selling beard dye for all the niggas out there that don't want to be zaddies no more. You still want to lie to them young hoes. I got the motherfucking dye for you, you know? And, you know, we still selling the best reefers in the world, too, you know?
Now,
well, I don't want to say too much, but
yeah, you can't say
you know.
Can't say too much, man. You know how these people are, man. They be on this internet snitching on themselves and shit. What you smoke, man? What you got over there? What you rolling it up in? What you rolling that shit up in over there?
You know, I like, you know, I hang with the young boys. So, you know, I hang with the young boys. They like the big ass leaves. So, you know, I be smoking the little leaves, you know.
I still mess with the white boys, man, like we used to back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I still do that too. You know, matter of fact, I got my own papers coming out too. It tastes like pussy. You know what I'm saying? So y'all better play around with it. The papers taste like pussy. So you know what I'm saying? So those will be our Willie D papers, you know, and they're coming out soon.
Man, listen, I try to tell these young people, man, you got to have money coming in from every which direction, man, because, you know, a hustler's mentality, they call them entrepreneurs now, but back in our day, we called them hustlers, you know what I'm saying? All right, so listen, why is it so important to have more than one revenue stream?
You definitely have more than one because, check it, one ain't going to do it because you never know. That one might not work out. You know what I'm saying? See, I started out with one bitch. You see what I'm saying? You start off with that one bitch, and you get your little money. You want to make some little extra money. You got to get some more bitches. So it's just like business. So you always don't want to put all your eggs in one thing. You got to have multiple. You know.
You got to have more than one bitch is what you're trying to say, because she get wore out. Shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you know, some of these, you know, these new hoes these hoes is rogues, and you know they like to do shit on. They don't want that pimping no more because the internet got they pussy all fucked up, you know?
Man, listen, they on OnlyFans right now for $3. You can see a bitch. You can see them all month long for $3.
That's a damn shame.
Only
You know how
fans.
much pussy used to call back in our days?
I know. That's one. You can get it for $3 right now. Listen, I got a little game for you, man, because I appreciate you coming down, because I know you busy. I ain't going to keep you too long, because I know you out there pimping and you got your curl activator, you got your papers, you got your beard oil and your dye and all that shit. You got to get money. So I'm going to play a quick game with you, and I hope you're down to play a little game. And then we're going to see if you still know your movie shit, and if you still know your Jerry curl shit, all right? All right, question number one. What's the name of the character that had the famous Jerry curl on Coming to America?
That is my brother. You know, my partner. Goddamn. What's that nigga name, man? What's that nigga name? Randy Watson.
Randy Watson.
That's my play. Yeah, Randy Watson.
Well,
got Randy Watson. Mm-hmm. And then what was the other nigga name who had that soul glow on there? I know his real name is Eric. I know that much, but I don't know the nigga.
His name on the movie, I think his name was Daryl. Daryl was on the movie, but guess what?
Yeah, that's right, Daryl.
You still got that shit right. You got the right answers. You 1 for 1 so far. All right, you ready? All right.
Yeah.
What movie had the famous actor, comedian, he played a rapper that was acting hard as fuck, but was really a punk bitch. And he had a Jerry curl.
That's my movie there. Straight out of motherfucking Low Cash. Goddamn, MC Gusto.
Okay. What was the movie? You remember?
Oh, yeah, CB4.
That's it. You got it right. You got it right, brother. Man, you 2 for 2. See, I knew you knew your Jerry curl shit. I wasn't going to stump you. I might get you on this one. I'm going to get you on this one. All right. This rapper actor said this famous line from what movie? And I'm going to give you the famous line. Don't be cussing so motherfucking loud. My mom don't like that shit.
Man, you know, that's too simple. That's dope.
Yes, sir, that's it. And he was also known for saying either they don't know, don't show, or don't care what's going on in the hood.
Oh, man. Classic, baby.
That's a classic right there. That's a classic, Willie. Listen, man, I know you busy, bro. I know you working. I appreciate you coming on, my brother. And I know the studio audience, I only got 3 fans, so those 3 fans, I know they're gonna love it. And I appreciate you coming, man, and giving some game to these young people because they need it, man. They done lost their hustle.
Oh, man, you gotta keep that hustle in there. Don't ever lose your hustle.
I try to tell them.
Because if you lose your hustle, you lose your buck.
Yeah. That's why you got a bunch of single boys running around here with them skinny jeans on and shit because they can't hustle. Bitches don't like them skinny jeans.
Hey, you know, Willie, you know, back in the days, I used to wear me a little skinny jeans back in the day with no drawers on. I don't know what these little niggas doing these days. Them niggas wasn't pimping like us.
But they didn't have no game, though. See, we could wear whatever the fuck we want to wear because we had game back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Well, listen, man, I'm going to let you go on and do your thing, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. And good luck to you on all your ventures. Hey, and listen, save me some of them papers, all right? Because you're the ones that taste like pussy. I want some of those, okay?
Oh, yeah, I got you, baby. Matter of fact, man, go on and send one of my bitches your address, and I'm finna send some out to you right now. Matter of fact, it's gonna be her pussy sent on the paper. So, yeah, go on and send me that address, and I'm gonna send you out some butts.
All right, you got it, brother. All right, man, thank you very much for coming on the show, man. God bless you, bro. I'll see you later, all right?
All right, no problem. Peace out, LA Love 100.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. That was the very funny Willie D Simpson. For those that don't know, that's my homeboy, D-Rug. He has his own podcast called The Magnificent Asshole. And he has several characters. And we trying to work out the technical shit, so I know the Skype didn't work that great. But we're going to have him on the show throughout this season, man, because like I say, he's a hustler, man. He's bringing in money. Now, his ways might be a little traditional, you know what I'm saying? Not the new way of getting money, but he's still getting money, man. So we appreciate you, D-Rug, for coming on the show, homeboy. Now, the next segment of the show, we're going to be talking about saving money. saving money. First segment, we talked about getting money. Now, what you gonna do when you get it? Remember, I told you I worked 3 jobs. I didn't know what to do with the money. When I first really started making money, I was in the club spending that shit on bottles and shit like a fool. I didn't think about future. So now we gonna cut you through that bullshit, and we gonna give you that blueprint so you know how to get your money saved and start doing the right shit with it. So why is saving the money important? First and foremost, saving money is important because it helps protect you in the event of a financial emergency. Additionally, saving money can help you pay for large purchases, avoid debt, reduce your financial stress, and leave a financial legacy, and provide you with a greater sense of financial freedom. I'm gonna give you an example of a trap. And you don't see these stores in any fucking rich neighborhood. You only see them in poor neighborhoods, okay? Because they understand that most of us poor folk, we don't have a whole lot of money. But we still need shit. Like, we need couches, we need a television set, we need appliances and shit like that. Rent-A-Center, and companies like Rent-A-Center. Listen, it's where you can go get you a brand new sectional for a little bit of money, and then you pay them every week. By the time you pay the shit off, you done paid for that couch 2 and 3 times. That is the trap. So when you're able to save money, when you're able to have multiple revenue streams coming in, excuse me, then you're able to make bigger purchases. Getting your fucking debt or your credit fixed. That's super important. When you got fucked up credit, how much do they charge you for the interest on a car? You go buy a car, they might charge you 25 to 30% interest. My first 2 cars that I had on payment was 25%. I might have bought a $7,000 car. The shit cost me $15,000 by the time I got it. Why? It all has a root cause. The root cause is this. If you don't have multiple revenue streams, if you don't know how to save your money, if you don't know how to get your credit corrected, then everything that you have to buy is going to cost you 3 times as much as it costs the rich man. That's the blueprint. It's mathematically impossible for you to get ahead if you're paying 3 times the amount that the rich man is paying on 1/10 of the money that they're bringing in. Do the math. That's why we have to be smart. That's why you got to teach your kids. Teach your kids how to balance a checkbook. Teach your kids about credit. Teach your kids about investments. But first, you have to learn. There's a lot of homework out here to do, y'all. You don't have no time to be in the fucking club up there dancing on top of tables and shit, and you don't have fucking financial freedom. And I'm not saying your life has to be boring. You got to go out every now and then and blow some steam off. I get it. But at the end of the day, if you're not prepared to be old, then you're wasting fucking time. You're wasting time. And that's just for the average person. Now, here's the rule of thumb. The rule of thumb for an average person. Average Joe Blow, me, you, and everybody else. We should be able to save at least 20% of our income should go to savings. 50% is going to take care of your bills and shit. The other 30% goes towards discretionary items. Now that's regular. That's for people with bad spending habits. Gary Vee will tell you 90% of that shit goes up and then you live off of 10. But here's the problem. Financially, mathematically, you can't survive off of certain things. Let's say you have one job and that one job is paying a certain amount of money. If 50%, if you can't pay your household bills, your own personal overhead, if you can't pay that shit with 50% of your check, then you have to have more streams coming in. You just have to. You're never going to be able to save money. You're never going to be able to save money. Now, for the rich, the rule of thumb is 50-50. You put 50% of what you make up, and the other 50 is on your bills and your little sports car and whatever else you want to trick off. But 50% of your check and your money's that's coming in is going towards savings and it's going towards investments. for the wealthy, now I learned this by watching an interview with Shaq. Shaq said when he first came into the league, he was rich as hell, but he didn't know what to do with his money. He made bad investments and all kind of shit. A wealthy man, because see, there's a difference between wealth and rich. Wealthy people write checks to the rich people. Now, for the wealthy people, they'll tell you that 75% of your money needs to go towards savings and investment in your legacy, retirement for your kids. And 25% is what they use to go out here and flash and buy cars and pay for their mortgages and all that shit. Now, those numbers might be high, and you might want to stick to the first rule of thumb. But you got to be able to save at least 25% of your money and put up. Now, you will spend what you have, but make believe you don't have it. Once you put it away, you can manage it easy. Now, here's an example. Let's say you make $400 a week, and you have learned how to live on $400 a week. Some of y'all might say that's impossible, but that's bullshit. I know people that do it every day. Let's say now your 400 is turned into 500. Regardless if it's 400 to 500, you still gonna fucking make it to next week. So why don't you take that 100 and put that shit up? Put it away like you don't even have it. I don't carry cash. You gotta deposit your checks. Never cash that shit. Don't cash your check and have a pocket full of money and be on fucking Instagram with a fan and shit. Don't do that shit. Deposit that shit. Because if it's in your pocket, you're gonna spend it. If your check was 300 or 3,000, you would still get to the next week, so keep that in mind. When I first started making money, like I said, I went from making this amount to a big amount, and I was still living fucking check to check. That's because my brain wasn't trained to deal with the money. I figured I had it to spend, so I had it to spend. I wasn't thinking about investments. I wasn't thinking about savings. I wasn't thinking about having a large purchase. I wasn't thinking about my fucking transmission going out and I got to pay $2,500 to fix that shit. So I understand. I understand the thought process because that's how we're programmed. You got to reprogram that shit. Now, if I get a check for $3,000, I guarantee you 70% to 75% of that shit's gonna go away, and I can live off the other 25 because it's a bigger amount check. So you can do it too. Trust me when I tell you guys, look, anything that's that a rich person has, you can have. You got to understand, they 3 and 4 and 5 generations ahead of the oppressed, financially oppressed people. 3 and 4 generations. They're teaching their kids already how to do this shit. You have to teach your kids how to do this shit. We have to teach our children how to do this shit, how to be financially free, which means we have to be the best example possible. We got to get off our fucking ass and we got to get out there and do some research and figure out ways to get money. Figure out ways to get money. In life, you either a buyer or a seller. Which one are you? And today you can make that decision to change. I appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. I'd like to say thank you to Willie D Simpson in the house. Homeboy was funny. And, you know, he's a comedian, D-Rug, man. He's on a lot of shows, man. You guys got to check him out. Next week, man, we have a really special guest that we interviewed. King Mattress will be on. And this brother, man, you talk about multiple revenue streams. This brother is the real deal. So you want to make sure you check him out. Let's make sure that we populate some positive energy on the population this week because we need that shit, right? Got a new president coming in, so that should be a good thing, hopefully. Let's make sure you mush negative people to the negative section. Why? Fuck them. We don't need them. And until next week, y'all, I love you. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
to all the big homies. What we doing for our generation? How we living by example when we ain't creating? Opportunities we got, but we too busy hating. We lost focus, shit, I know I did, I'm on vacation. Too busy trying to get the closing card. Too busy chasing hoes and living like the summer's ours. I'm ashamed I lost direction. I'm redefining life and sharing all these blessings. Little homie, take a seat and listen. I know your daddy gone, but I'ma be the intervention. Seize life, know you a king. Stay sharp and watch for the fiends, shit.